You need a website. Today we're going to be covering the very basics of Wix. Wix has modern templates, an intuitive editor, and doesn't require any technical knowledge. Most importantly, Wix has the ability to turn your website into a one-stop shop with lots of integrations and extremely useful apps. Now, over to Alex.
Hey, are you looking for a way to start your own website? Well, today we're going to be looking at Wix, one of the leading services for building your own website. Let's get started. First, we'll need to create a new account. Now we need to come up with a name for this and click Next. We just need to pick one that we like. So as you can see here, Wix websites are assembled out of horizontal strips that are stuck together in a vertical scroll. We can put as many of those as we want in there, take them out, move them around, and we can build other pages that are built the same way. Each one will have a header at the top and a footer at the bottom. And those will be the same across all of your pages. And here we can see what pages we have. We are currently on the home page. There's several pre-assembled pages down here at the bottom. We also have the desktop view and the mobile view. If we switch to the mobile view, we can see how the website looks. And here you can see the strips are still being used as we go through the mobile version. They've resized to just the central column. We still have all the same controls. You can see as we right click on this, we have some options. Everything on Wix works this way. You can right click, you get some buttons across the top. We can change the background of the strip. We can change animations on it if we want to. We have all of our tools still available. We can move sections up and down in the mobile editor. What this will do is allow us to customize the mobile view better. While Wix already does a good job of translating the site you've made in the desktop editor to the mobile editor, this allows us to tweak it so that it looks better and is more usable. Now, under the plus button here on the left, we have menu options. Everything above Content Manager is design elements. Some of these interact with the back-end databases you can set up, but for the most part, these are components you can add. And the nice thing about this plus button, there's a plus button here as well that brings up the strip menu so you can add new strips. We can change the position by dragging it up and down with this handle. We can change the size of it with this handle on the bottom. And as you can see, there's dotted lines that define how wide it'll be in the mobile view. Underneath the strips menu, we have the text menu, which is where we find all of our pre-made text styles. Beneath that, we have where we keep the images. Wix helpfully provides some images we can use ourselves. This is also where we find the section to upload our own. We can drag and drop new things. And below the image section, we have buttons. Most of these are just different styles of buttons. We have button icons, text and buttons. But also this is where we'll find buttons that do specific things, like our payment buttons. Then we have the gallery. These are pre-built chunks of the website that draw images from folders you've set up in images folder and populate themselves. Below that, we have interactive stuff where we have forms to sign up for mailing lists, have pop-ups that will welcome people to the website, announce new things like that. Below that, we have boxes, which are just containers we can place images and text into to give them a nice decorative frame. Below the box section, we have the lists. You may have noticed repeaters are here as well. They were up a little further in under interactive. What these do is they populate templates you've set up with information from lists you can set up further down in the content manager. But as you can see, if we add one here, a list of our employees, we can adjust its design, adjust the spacing if we want to. We can still edit the individual components of the repeaters as well. Below that, we have menus and anchors. This section is a little more important than some of the other ones. This is how we would apply a new menu like this here to the website. This one right here is already built out. If we manage menu here, it grabs the site menu and fills the menu in the style that we selected. So we can add a new one if we like a different one better. Something a little more classic. Just drop it in and you can see it is already filled out with the other menu items. And we can adjust the design. But also in this menu is anchors. Anchors let us place a spot on the website that we can link to within a page. Drop an anchor just above about. If we wanted to, we could link directly to this anchor here. If we grab one of these anchor menus, you can see that there are already some anchors on the page, and it has grabbed them and populated the list for us. If we preview the website, we can see that the anchors are here on the side of the page, and the anchor menu floats where you put it on the screen. It'll stay right there. If we go to the mobile view, it's hidden so that it won't get in our way. Now, the social list is where we find our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. We can add these to our website individually or in strips. And we can change what social links we want to include. We can give them the information right here. Further down, we have contacts and forms. Now, these forms attached to information down here in the content manager. If we click, we can see we can create different kinds of content, item lists, projects, services, and we can create a new content collection from here, but we can also reach that from this button, the content manager. And from here, we can add some presets, we can manage existing content. There's a contact form on our website, so it's already created the link for it. Then anyone who fills out the contact us form, it will populate that information to this. So you can gather mailing lists. It'll allow you to respond to people who have contacted you. So the contact forms are powerful. We have quite a few other options for this as well. We can create order forms for specific items in our shop if we want to, registration for events. We can solicit donations, make applications if we want to put hiring on our website. Beneath contacts and forms, we have embeds. This is where you can add things like your own custom code if you need to add something that you found somewhere else, as well as some additional tools for some additional verification stuff if you need to set up your website for your domain, if you purchase the domain through someone else. After embeds, we have input. Lets you put in custom buttons that you can add to forms if you want to build your own forms. And down here we have the content manager again, which, as I said before, is repeated here on its own button further down in the menu. This section is a little more limited than the dedicated button, but this is just so that you can quickly add an as you're building your website. Below that, we have the blog section. If you wanted to build a blog, this is how you would add it. Now that I've added a blog to the website, you can see that the menu has been updated to include blog. I can create new posts here, attach ones that I've already made, and the blog script is attached to the website. This is the blog page, so any posts you make will just auto-populate right here. Below blog, we have store. This will be the meat and potatoes of an e-commerce website. In order to actually begin selling on Wix, you will have to upgrade to a paid account. To expand on the free versus the paid versions of Wix, the free version will give you a website at the Wix domain. It will be a unique website to you, but it will start with Wix.com. And to make it look a little more professional, you will need to upgrade to at least the lowest paid here. And with that, you'll get a custom domain for a year. It will remove ads from the site, which is important for looking professional. You'll get some other nice perks that go with it, much more storage. But if you want to use your Wix site for e-commerce, you will need to go with one of their e-commerce plans, which unlocks the store, gives you the ability to monetize with unlimited products, gives you branded cart recovery, the ability to add subscriptions and things like that. And as you can see, their business plans do offer a fair amount of storage, more than their non-business plans do. You can create product listings, link products from other places, and place them into Wix-designed templates. And as you can see, they also have stuff in here so that you could arrange drop shipping through Printful or Shippo, that kind of thing. You can have an add to cart button, various things. And all of this draws from this section here, the store. This is where you'll go to create your product listings, add your payment methods. You'll want to define your shipping rules, make it feel more professional, give users a sense of security when they're shopping with. But in the store manager, you can see we have add products. We can create our product listings here. And over here, we can create collections of our products. If we just want all of our products listed together, that's great. But if we wanted to do something seasonal, we could add a collection. We can begin adding products. This one, and this one, and we can promote this as we would our product. Now, once we've created the collection and we've begun selling things, we can check our orders. But you can also see if you do this, abandoned carts for people who've done some shopping but didn't actually make a purchase. The dashboard is also where we find things like our contacts for site members, people who have given you their information, like if they have shopped with you, signed up for your mailing list, they'll show up here. People who have become members of your site and may get some special benefits. Further down, we have automations. This is where you can set up things like automatically sending an email to people who have abandoned their carts so that you don't have to do that manually. It'll just do it by itself. Send coupons to people to get them to come back, that kind of thing. A lot of tools to allow for better community outreach. We also have marketing and SEO, which is where we can do things like getting found on Google, creating email campaigns that you can send out to attract people if you've got new products or if you've updated your portfolio, if you've got new blog posts. There are some robust SEO tools, search engine optimization, if you're not familiar. It's to help your website get indexed on Google, make it more likely to come to the top when somebody searches for something that's related to what you're doing. There's also email marketing, Facebook and Instagram ads, just built right into Wix. There's even a logo maker if you haven't done that yourself yet. You can also reach the dashboard by coming up to Site at the top and going to My Dashboard. It will open a new tab for you in your browser, so you can switch back and forth, which makes it easier to access if you're, for instance, trying to build out your shop a little bit better. So we feel like we've done everything we can here. First, we should take a preview of the website, see what it looks like. This is a live preview. It will act like a website, but it is not actually on the website. As you can see on the address bar up here, we are still on the editor, but we can look and see what it's doing, go down, how it behaves. So now we can either go back to editor if we want to make some changes, or we can click the publish button. It takes a moment, and then it brings us to this. If we want to, we can take a look at our website, which now, as you can see, has its own address in the address bar. Because we're still on the free version, Wix has given us a website based on the title of the website we gave it when we started. If we upgrade to the paid version, we can select a new domain to give it, or we can bring in a domain from another service. And now that we've finally published this, I think we're done. I hope you've enjoyed this. Back to Valerie.
The popularity and draw of a portfolio career where you combine multiple streams of income has been increasing steadily in recent years. The attraction is obvious. The potential to earn just as much money while avoiding the politics and stress of the workplace. And if the business is scalable, the sky's the limit for income potential. These days, 1 in 2 people report having at least 2 streams of income or a side gig. And there was a 55% increase in the registration of small businesses between 2019 and 2021. It's my hope that setting your business foundations, like setting up a website or other infrastructure, helps you get on the path to a more fulfilled, happier you. Good luck with it.